My name is Katie Jo Sanderson. I am a college student currently based in South Carolina, but I was born and raised at First Evangelical Free Church of Rockford. I spent a lot of time there, so I'm excited to be back sharing with you. I was 13 years old when I was in junior high. I was diagnosed with a soft tissue cancer in my right shoulder called leiomyosarcoma, and it was about the size of a small cell phone, and it was pretty much right next to my scapula, my shoulder blade. And to make a long story short, I went through chemotherapy and radiation, all of the living in a hospital with my mom and my dad by my side. And then when surgery came along, we had to take out my scapula with my tumor. So I don't have a shoulder blade in my right arm, which is a challenge in itself. But accompanying that is I was also diagnosed with chronic kidney disease and medical PTSD. So really in the first 2 years of college, my freshman and my sophomore year, I noticed more of my anxiety. It was really being this kind of dark cloud that loomed over me, and it definitely did not feel normal. Because like I said, very much I like to be in control of what I'm doing and of my life, and so to have this constant fear pop up out of nowhere and be present, and even me just going to a class where I'd be afraid to socialize, such small things, it really would cripple me. I'd be in bed and I wouldn't want to put any effort into anything. When I go out with my friends, I'd be so afraid of the unknown. I'd be afraid of what could happen, what couldn't happen, and that really showed itself more in my sophomore year of college. And that's really when I was diagnosed with medical PTSD, and that is where we saw my anxiety really rooting in. All I can remember about my life is that if I try and think back to any point in my life, it is immediately defined or somehow related to my cancer timeline. My mom and I will laugh and joke about the fact that we will recall an event that happened in our family about how far or close it was to when I was diagnosed or had a surgery or procedure. I was trying to just figure it out on my own. I wanted to be in control. And I went to church every Sunday, but I wasn't being spiritually active in anything. And so not doing that was from not really letting myself connect to those things. I didn't really come to that realization until last year. And what an amazing difference it had made to be in the Word every day as much as I can be, to be in church and to be a part of a community and talking and learning and confiding in those people that the Lord has literally put there for you to have. And to hear the Lord speak to me through them, it's been such a great tool that's been given to me. I could not even express how thankful I am for the people in my life that God has placed there for specific reasons. It brings me such a joy to see God's literal work come to fruition right in front of me. So those tools have really helped me this past year to really have a grasp of my anxiety and my fear and scarcity of everything. I found this comfortableness with being who I am and having the instances that I have been living with and having the illnesses that I have. I'm comfortable with being who I am with those same disabilities, but these tools that God is giving me to really help me take ownership of those things and not use them as a crutch and a handicap, but really use them in a way to move forward in my life spiritually. If someone notices that I'm a little bit slanted, I'll tell them why and I'll show them my story, or some people will ask why I do things a certain way or why I live a certain way, and I can point exactly to why, when, where, and who, and that is my Lord and my Savior, who has gotten me through every single step of the way.